come over, pass with my cradle, quickly bunch, 1, 2, step. Now, once I'm in my position, okay? So the bicep cradle, arm drag cradle, is just, he's here, he's fighting you, grab, step back, pull, come over for the cradle, okay? Typical, nice pass. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right to an arm triangle, okay? So, you can get arm triangles from cradles in a lot of different scenarios, but let's look at this one. Okay, so just like I would for like going for the bicep, except what I'm going to do now is I'm going to screw it up on purpose. I'm actually going to go to the wrist. Okay, and what I'm doing is I'm making a little hole here, a little pocket. Okay, I'm doing that on purpose. So when he's here and he's playing me, and I'm trying to figure out what to do, I'm still sitting on his bottom leg here. Okay, because this slows him down, makes him committed. I don't want to go too far where he's kicking me in the face or some stuff. So now I do the same thing. I step back and I pull, but I go here. I grab right above the glove, which makes sense. Now, instead of just driving like this, I'm going to go head, snake through here. So my head's going to go down. I'm going to reach over. I'm going to grab his head. And I'm going to use my head against his belly to help bring him in as a cradle, like I'm trying to bend him. But as I do that, I'm going to kind of rotate my hips and my head's going to pop through. Okay, so I'm here. Okay, I go around, cradle, through the hole. Now I bunch, 1, bunch, 2, shift. I'm going to pop him free, then get my grip. Now, how I get him flat here is I'm actually going to drop my shoulder down. I always try to choke him with my shoulder first, and then I'll choke him with his shoulder if I fail. But the other thing I'm going to do here is my elbow's going to go to his spine. Just keeps him from moving around too much, and it helps me turk him over. Now, as I drive in, my knee comes up, okay? My knee is actually going to do this. So what this does, it counters one of his escapes, and it will actually turn him flat. So I'm actually pushing him flat by hooking him inside his knee like this. So when I'm in this position, I'm here, lock, I drive him flat down with my shoulder, my knee comes up, and it taps him out, okay? That's the arm triangle, okay? So if you just kind of do like this and belly out, you're giving him an escape, okay? He's gonna hook his own leg or whatever he's gonna do to escape. So don't just like do all this and fail out because you wanna make it easy. Make it more technical. Learn how to do this. So all you're gonna do is your knee's gonna drive forward and down, and that will turn him towards his back, okay? So in the beginning, and have, he's playing me, grip to the wrist, not the bicep this time. Draw my shoulder down, my head goes down, bends, my head pops through, high leg, 1. Notice that my head's not down here, I'm up tight by his shoulder. 2, let it go. Lock, up, down. When I do my arm triangles, I do it in 2 phases. 1, I'm doing it right now in phase 1. I make sure my head is here. The choke through his neck is here and here. Too many guys do it up here. Like, that's your creating space. That's his carotid. Here. I call it pit bull style. Shrug my neck like this. Drop the shoulder down in here. If that doesn't work, then I turn it into phase 2, okay? Which we'll get into it a little later. Okay, here, frame, boom, head down in the hole, Cradle, 1, 2. That's a nice cradle to an arm triangle. Now, back in that scenario. Let's just say you do it, usually when you pick your head up out of the hole and actually put them in the arm triangle, they won't be holding your head, but some guys will lock their hands. If they do that, then just do like that Von Flue choke. What you want to do is lock his arm in place and just finish him from the side. Okay, so I'm here, head in the hole, pop through. Now, if Nikolai like locks his hands around my neck, like here, I'm not gonna like switch sides. Instead, I bring myself in, I come up, and I lock his arm, and blade my hips. And when you do this choke, make sure your knees aren't on the ground. And it's gonna be saying it over and over. You have no pressure with your knees on the ground. Okay, with gloves it works great. Okay, so basically, he locks his arm around your neck. You're gonna figure it out real quick, because if your head pops up and if his arm's free, you just go for your arm triangle. If you're here and he locks his arms, it's pretty simple. 1, let the head go. 2, shrug, make it tight, and knees off the mat, and blade your left hip down and drop your left shoulder, and squeeze. From this position, I get my near side, bunch, and I take the back. When I take the back, I'm going to want this arm in front of me. And all I got to do is pummel when I pass, so it's not, most of the time it's going to show itself, okay? Now when you have this cradle position, you see how I'm kind of letting Nikolai be relaxed here? I'm not like squeezing him. Yeah, don't do that. I'm going to be like the whole time just jamming him, because the more he's bunched, the less power he has. And to kind of show you, if you really want to be like a jerk, okay, you just kind of lean on your hands and you put your knee